Hello and welcome to another episode of Shirley Says. I'm Shirley, I'm your host, hanging out with you lovely people and hoping we could just sit for just a few minutes and contemplate the joy that in our lives that is now a family Zoom chat. I don't know about anyone else, but wow, I sometimes feel there are no words to explain the bizarre scenario that is, how did this happen to us? I mean, family catch-ups and Sunday lunches and dinners were, in the real world, were quite one thing, weren't they? They were one thing that we were mentally prepared for. And now a Zoom chat is just a whole other ballgame. Now, I think everybody else's family have been doing Zoom chats far longer than ours. My parents were not getting on board with this chat. They were not up for the tech side, and they're also not up for having to hang out with their family too much. We sort of contemplated doing them every week, and that was quickly shot down by pretty much every single person. And we decided once every 2 weeks. I don't know what that says about our family. I think you know, I think I know, that actually every 2 weeks we felt that we wouldn't have much to say after every week. Whilst a lot of my friends are doing like a weekly one, and they're doing like a weekly quiz and people are taking it in turns, and it's getting like extended to like cousins and aunties and uncles. I mean, we're struggling just getting through, well, I'm one of 4 and my mum and dad. So to have the 6 of us on, and my parents who are not naturally techie, even getting them onto the Zoom chats at the correct time has been interesting. And now that they've got to grips with that, we need to also now get them to grips with the fact that I don't want to look at their forehead for 40 minutes. That was the next issue we came up. They had no correlation between what they could see on the screen was what we could see. So we literally, for the first chat, we could only see their forehead because they weren't getting to grips with trying to move this screen. So that was interesting. Now they're over this. I feel like every week, sorry, we're not doing it every week, every fortnight, every 2 weeks, we're just getting a bit better at this. I feel like by the time we get through and the end of lockdown, we will literally have to just keep this going purely because they will just be into the swing of it. And I think we probably will keep it going, because as much as I'm slagging off my lovely family, kind of part and parcel of being in a family, isn't it? It's got to be a bit of a slagging match. Actually, it's quite nice. I'm quite enjoying it. My wee brother is in Abu Dhabi, and he is even getting onto the chat, which is amazing. He has a thing though where he has the phone under his head, and all I can see is his double chin and up his nose. So I don't really know what's wrong with him, because he knows, he's only 34, he knows how to work tech. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't want to see your double chin. And all I can see is my mum and dad's forehead. And we're all kind of like, I don't know, everyone's got such a different way of doing it. My sister always sits quite far away from the screen. I never feel like I can see her. I feel like I sit too close. I feel like I'm right in their face. Do we think that maybe this is just the personalities coming through on Zoom? I'm right in everyone's face. My sister's sitting far away. I feel like, could she be further away? My wee brother, I literally can see up his nose. And my big brother and his girlfriends are both sitting in, and it's just so funny. The whole thing is just so funny. I love it. And now we're just getting good at it. I really, really don't want it to stop, because now I feel like we're into the swing. And if we're going to do this, we might as well just keep it going, because it's not like we all live round the corner from each other. So I wonder if everybody else is thinking this. Now that we're doing the Zoom chats, should we just keep this up even once lockdown's over? I mean, I know we're going to want to see everybody initially. Like, I'm going to want to see my family. But it is very handy. It's handy and it's convenient and it's quite nice because, like, on a Saturday night at 5 o'clock, where we would all normally be going out or doing things or having a life, we're all sitting, like, having a chat. It's very random. We did get to 40 minutes though, and my big brother, who was the host, said, right guys, that's us, you know, that's the end, we're going to get cut off soon. And my dad, God love him, said, no, there, it came up on the screen that the time frame's been extended. And then we all chipped in and we went, yeah, sorry Gav, time frame's been extended. His wee face totally fell. He was like, oh right, okay. And then at an hour he went, all right, I think this is us. I think we need to sort of wrap this chat up. And I thought, you know what, you're kind of right. There's a bit of a time limit on it, isn't there? Because what happens is when there's 7 of us on it, then everybody sort of just starts sort of having this cross conversation where my dad says something and then says that to my mum, and then my mum says something to somebody else, and then you think, oh, this is going to start getting stressful. We can't have a cross conversation. One person has to speak at one time. That's the issue. That is the issue. In our family, only one person can speak at a time. And currently, that is not a strong point for our family. Because if we were in my mum and dad's house, all having lunch or Sunday lunch or something, we would all just be literally talking over each other and interrupting each other. So maybe we'll make us better communicators. We'll actually have to listen to what each other is saying. That'd be quite good, actually. I'd quite enjoy that. We'd all just take turns. So yeah, I feel like I know we'll all meet up once lockdown's over. That's obvious. Like, the second we're allowed, I think that will happen, because I think everyone will be the same. But maybe we should just keep it all going and continue the little Zooms and have random chats about what people have been doing. And actually, we're not ever really talking about what anyone's doing. We're literally just talking about what politicians are doing. Or what's the chat, when are we allowed out, and when are we allowed to do this, or when can we go on holiday. Everyone's obsessed with when can we go on holiday. I'm kind of hoping, I'm maybe being a bit optimistic, but I feel like I'm going to be on holiday before Christmas. So is that optimistic, or is that something that we could potentially achieve? I feel like all this sunshine's totally put me in the mood for a holiday. I feel like I could imagine myself in Costa Adeje. That's like my favourite place. Costa Adeje, Tenerife. I could picture myself lying by the pool with a little refreshment and chilling out and just getting some more vitamin D and enjoying having a couple of days off. I don't know why I'm saying that, because I've never had so many days off in my life. But I'm not lying by a pool and I'm not having a nice refreshment handed to me, or in a swim up bar. I'm a big fan of them. I feel like I don't need to get out the water to even have a refreshment. Oh, isn't that so nice? So I kind of went off a bit track here, because now I'm just totally thinking about me going on holiday. And there's no way, if I have to go on holiday and then isolate when I come back, that's not happening. So I would need to go on holiday and be able to go straight back to work. So this is the thing. This is the thing now. Maybe we can't go on holiday, because what happens if I'm exposed to it when I'm on holiday? But then, is that true that I could get it in a supermarket? Am I overthinking this? Maybe I should just go, be sensible, be safe. And then what happens if I got it when I was at work? So potentially, this is the thing, isn't it? I really want to go on holiday. But what happens if I'm putting myself at risk? I need to go away and overanalyse this. for a lot longer because I really, really want to go away on holiday this year. And is that just because I know that I shouldn't be? Oh, so many thoughts. So many thoughts about the things that we can and can't do when lockdown happens. Oh, I don't know. I really need to go away and overanalyze this. And the thing is, everything that you go away and overanalyze, because I'm time wealthy and I can do this, every time I do it, a week later, the sort of theory and the sort of expert advice is completely different. So by the time we get to October, for instance, or November, I'm a big fan of a wee November holiday, maybe everything will be fine and we can go back to life and this will be totally fine. That's what I'm hoping. I would love to say that in November, when I'm back in the real world, actually, I could pop over to Tenerife for 4 or 5 days, have a sleep by a pool, have a refreshment, eat some tasty food. I love those little tiny potatoes that you get in a red sauce. You get a red sauce or a green sauce. Oh. I have totally got carried away with holidays. I'm totally obsessed with going away now. It's all this good weather, that's what I'm going to blame it on. And my mouth's even watering, thinking about the tiny little baked potatoes that come in this red sauce or this green sauce. Oh, I need to get a grip. I really, really need to get a grip, because this is not what I was talking about. I can't even remember. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Zoom family chats. Yeah, they're brill. They're brill. Hope I can go on holiday really, really soon. And I could even still attend the family Zoom chat. I could still even see my family every second week. Even if I was on holiday, I wouldn't even miss out on this stuff. We could have such a good family Zoom chat with me by the pool in Tenerife, rubbing it in their faces that I'm lapping it up and getting myself some vitamin D. Oh, what a good feeling. So yeah, I'm sure everybody else is doing quizzes on family Zoom chats. I'm sure they're doing more in-depth, intense things. We are literally discussing what politicians are doing and what we're all doing and where we're all up. We're just doing nothing. Everybody's just working except me and my parents. Obviously they don't work. And literally we're just hanging out. I feel like maybe I'm actually maybe potentially turned into my parents within a really, really short space of time. I actually told my dad that the other day and he was highly offended that I'd said to him that, you know, I feel like I've turned into you, Dad, because I can fill my day doing very, very little and it's becoming a bit of a skill set now. I feel like I'm getting really good at it. And he was really offended, but I feel like, well, you're 75. You've worked for years. So I wasn't intending to be offensive. I was just sort of saying, you know, I'm getting good at it. And maybe when I go back to work, maybe I'm just going to be on like a constant go slow. Maybe I won't be able to move at a great pace. I used to rush about at high speed and achieve a million things in a day and have lots of lists and sort of tick things off. Will I be able to do that again? I don't know if I can. Now that I've kind of really slowed down, will I be able to pick up the pace? It's a really good question. Will life be uber slow? I think it will be. I don't know if I could go back to that sort of buzzing about at 100 miles an hour. I feel like I'm quite enjoying the new, slower pace life. I've kind of got used to it. I've got into this swing of it. So yeah. So maybe we'll keep up the Zoom chats. Maybe I'll even do one from my holiday if I get to go on holiday. Oh, I hope I do. I'd like to think that come November I'll be lying by a pool. Wouldn't that be a nice feeling? Anyway, I've gone completely off at a tangent and just completely obsessed with going on holiday now. I think, is everybody like that? Or are we all going to be like, oh no, you couldn't pay me to go on a flight? I don't know. I think that might be a whole lot. I feel like that's going to be everyone's going to be so different. Some people are going to be like, nah, not getting on a flight, not doing this. And then I'm sure people like me would just be like, look, get me on holiday. I need a break. I wish I'd gone on holiday in March now, or February. Oh, I never thought this through. I should have gone away before this all kicked off. Because now I feel like it's just been such a long time. I haven't been away since September. It's just too long. So, I've gone completely off tangents. I'm massively apologetic. I feel like I'm completely obsessed with going on holiday now. All this sunshine has put me in the mood for a holiday. Oh, so enjoy your family Zoom chats, because one day we might not do them, and I think we'd probably miss them. I think our family's going to keep doing them. I have a feeling now that my parents know how to do it, and I can actually see their entire face and they're looking at the screen. I feel like maybe we owe it to ourselves and to them to maintain this level of communication. I think that's the main thing here. Well, it was so lovely to hang out with you today. I hope you are all doing something lovely and productive or just enjoyable. And if you have a moment of time, anytime, please go on to iTunes, review me on Shirley Says, recommend me to any of your friends that you feel maybe just need some random chat in their life. Maybe they need uplifted, maybe some positivity, maybe they're just getting a bit flat. Let's not allow this to happen. We need to support each other, and we need to just pep each other up and have funny little stories. So, have a great day, and hopefully see you soon. Take care, catch up soon. Bye.